Hi friends, this video shows how to make submersible starter connection. So first let me explain this circuit diagram of submersible starter. So here you can see one circle. This is a motor. Inside the motor there is two windings, a run and start. When from run winding there is one cable which is going outside from the motor, that is the red cable. From start winding there is one another cable is going outside from the motor, that is the yellow cable. There is one more cable which is going outside from the motor, that is the blue cable. You can see this blue cable is connected to both run and start winding, so we call it as common cable. Okay, we can see this blue cable is directly connected to the neutral of the main power supply. Okay, then you can see the phase from the main power supply is directly connected to the red cable which is coming from the motor. So then you will be confused with this yellow cable. We saw that phase from the main power supply is connected to the red cable and neutral from the main power supply is connected to the blue cable. Then what is the use of this yellow cable? So we saw that this yellow cable is coming from the start winding of the motor. So this capacitor we need to connect to red and yellow cables. You can see there's a capacitor. One end of the capacitor is connected to the red cable and another end of the capacitor is connected to yellow cable. So this is the circuit diagram. So let me make one starter. So this is the cable which is coming from the motor. As I said, there is a red, yellow and blue. You can see red, yellow and blue. So first I am going to connect this capacitor. You can see capacitor here. As per the diagram, this capacitor we need to connect to red and yellow cable. So this is a capacitor. So here you can see the two cables which are coming from the capacitor. So I am going to connect one end of the capacitor to red and the another end of the capacitor I am going to connect to yellow cable. Okay, done. So now I completed this capacitor connection. Okay, next I am going to connect the neutral from the main power supply to the blue cable. So this is the phase and neutral from the main power supply. Neutral, that is this black wire. I am going to connect the blue wire which is coming from the motor. So this black and this blue. Okay, now I completed this connection. Next I am going to connect this phase from the main power supply to the red cable. So I can connect that phase from the main power supply to the red. So this is the connection. Now I completed the now I created the submersible starter. So if you want a switch, you can see there's a switch here. If you want this switch, you can connect to the phase. So I am going to use this switch. So what we need to do, we need to take this phase wire. Let me disconnect it. Then connect this phase wire to switch. I'm going to connect to this switch. Okay, then another end of this switch you can connect to the phase connect to the red cable which is coming from the motor. See, now I completed the circuit. You can see there's a capacitor which is connected to red and yellow. You can see this capacitor cable is connected to red and yellow. Then neutral from the main power supply is connected to blue, and you can see mains neutral from power supply is connected to blue. Then phase from the main power supply is connected to red via switch, that you can see here, switch. Then red is connected to red cable which is coming from the motor. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this video. Please subscribe my channel, please like and share the video.